Gary, you're on Heart of the Matter.
Hello, Shawn. How you doing?
Doing well, Gary. How are you?
Pretty good. First off, I'd just like to thank you for your TV show being on YouTube. If it wasn't for you, man, I'd still be Mormon. And got a few questions for you.
Yeah.
Been on hold probably about 20 minutes, long enough to think of some questions. About a month ago, I was watching some of the shows you have on YouTube. And when I first saw them, I was Mormon. And when I first saw them, I was kind of trying to come up with an argument to overturn you and overturn your decision. But about a week of thinking and just thinking long and hard, I realized I couldn't come up with one. And there was no argument I could come up with one. And finally, I just started thinking about it. I was like, about all the stuff you said about Joseph Smith. And I just come to the term that he wasn't a prophet. There's no possible way he could have been one. Now, there's one question I have for you. I was baptized Mormon March 7th, 2008, I think.
Okay.
Should I get baptized again because I'm no longer going to be Mormon again?
Well, Gary, listen, the thing about baptism is that it's something you want to evidence, a public pronouncement of your faith in Jesus Christ as the sole author and finisher of your salvation. So if you've come to that point and you want the world to know that you're going to be buried with him and you believe that he and he alone saved you, then I would absolutely recommend baptism, water baptism, because with it comes a lot of I hate to put it this way, but like spiritual blessings. They really do. I wasn't baptized for many years after coming to know the Lord. I didn't even think about it. And we were actually doing the show and someone said, have you been baptized? And I had to say no. And I then went and I got baptized because I wanted to show my faith. And it really did change me in many ways. So I highly recommend it.
So what you're trying to say is the baptism that I got with the LDS church really didn't put the stamp on it.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
It probably didn't put a stamp on it because the purpose for doing it was very different than what the Bible says the reason we get baptized for. And we talked about baptism 2 weeks, and if you haven't seen that, watch that because I think it will show you the differences between their baptism and what a Christian's baptism is.
Well, I'm actually in North Carolina, so I actually don't get to watch the show. The only videos that are available is the one on YouTube. I think I've watched every single one.
You can go to HOTM.tv and watch the shows, all of them. They're archived, hour long, 200 of them. You have trouble sleeping, do it. It's just like no-dose. Anything else, my friend?
I probably have a million questions, but I probably. How often does your show air? How often would I be able to call in?
Every week, Tuesday night from 8 to 9 Utah, Mountain Time.
All right.
All right. Thanks for the.
I have one more.
Okay.
After the rapture happens, what do you think is going to happen to the church? I kind of have a little opinion on it, but what do you think is going to happen to the LDS church?
No idea. I have absolutely no idea.
Now, I kind of had an opinion on it, but it's kind of crazy.
Well, why don't you share it since you've got me intrigued?
All right. Basically, it's probably crazy. I've never really told anybody. But basically what they say is, let's just say Thomas S. Monson, they say he's basically filling in for Jesus, basically. And when Jesus comes, he's going to basically take the role. And let's just say if he came tomorrow, he would take the role and Thomas S. Monson would step down, right?
Yeah.
Am I correct so far?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Now, what I think is basically when the rapture comes, there's not going to be a lot. There's basically no one on the earth is going to really know Jesus.
Right.
So the Antichrist is going to come, and he's going to proclaim himself to be Jesus.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be put, and we all know the Mormons are very powerful.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to be put to the head, and everyone's going to worship him, and he's going to proclaim himself to be God, but he's not going to be.
Yeah.
And there's going to be no one around to tell him, you're not God, because there's no one who's still going to really know Jesus, so everyone's going to be fooled like they're being fooled now.
Yeah. It's a really good hypothecation. I have no comment on, because you never know anything, do you? But
No, you really don't.
yeah, thanks for sharing it with us, Gary.
I'll be calling back in next Tuesday.
Okay, thanks. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.